I didn't film anything yesterday. Yesterday was a bit of a day. Um, Today was a long day. I ended up doing 20 kilometers roughly, mostly beach walking and then some grindy, muddy stuff at the very end here. But I am at, where am I? Nissen Bight. So I've officially, well, if I go, well, here, I'll show you the place first. This is Nissen Bight. Got someone else with a Durston over there. It's not pitched all that great, but hey, I'm not going to say anything. Welcome to Nissen Bight. This beach is beautiful. I think Nell's is a little bit nicer, but honestly, this one's a little bit more private. Less Instagrammers doing headstands on the beach and stuff. Anyway, where I need to get is there, and that's the official end of the trail. So yeah, whatever. I could walk it today, but then walk back here, whatever. I'm done. So tomorrow I head out, and I think I have like an 18K walk back tomorrow, and out to the car, and then driving home. So I tried to film. I had these plans of making an awesome trail video and whatever, and I realized I don't like filming. I don't mind talking to the camera. I don't mind any of that stuff. I just don't like filming while I'm hiking. I kind of go into the pain cave and just roll. You know, those of you who, shoot these wicked cinematic shots and B-roll and all this kind of stuff, man, cheers. Like, I wish I could do it. I just do not have that capacity. I realize I am never going to film that kind of video. It just doesn't work for me. But I can do this kind of video. And today, well, okay, let me take one step back. The other day, on my first night, I actually filmed myself setting up the Durston X Dome Pro 1 Plus. And I had these great plans of like showing everything and reviewing it and this and that. Ended up like totally framing everything wrong. Didn't see any of it. I wasted like all my battery filming something that I'm never going to use. But today, it's a beautiful day. It's not raining all over me. So I want to show you the tent and give you some thoughts. So this is my third night in it on trail. I've used it a couple other times, but this is the first big trip I've taken it on in some pretty gnarly conditions. First night I was on a beach, and the beach was all right. Kind of a wonky pitch, wonky location, but it worked. Last night I was on some gravelly crap full of seashells and pokey things, so I was stressed out about the floor because I don't use a footprint. I was stressed out that I was going to ruin it on night 2 on this trip. Ended up kicking ass, no problems at all. The floor was totally hardcore. It had no problems, nothing poked through. My sleeping pad was fine. I was stressing for no reason at all. Yeah, so this is night 3, and I've got probably one of the most epic, beautiful camp spots you could imagine. So I'm going to turn the camera around, and I'll show you the tent. I'll show you how it's doing. So here, so this is the setup. This is the beautiful little spot I have. So there's the X Dome. Got some stuff drying. Those clothes smell like hell, and they're completely filthy and covered with mud. I already had dinner, so I'm good. So surprisingly easy to get a good pitch with just some rocks. I've been guying out the ends and the door and the back of the tent just in case there's condensation. We usually get the marine layer rolling in, but I haven't had any condensation issues at all on this whole trip, and I can't say that for any other tent I have. Even the X-Mid 2, I find tends to get a little bit wet here on the coast. So just going along, just stake it out. I bought a bunch of these little Sea to Summit ultralight guy lines, and they work like a charm. So if you're wondering about transparency, that's what the transparency looks like from on a sunny day. You can't really see what's going on inside, but I can sort of see some of the stuff in there. The vents work really, really well. I was even feeling a little bit of like cross breeze inside last night. It was awesome. And I find that staking out the bottom there allows some of the wind to come up and just really clear the tent out. It's great, especially when you stink after a couple days on trail. So in terms of inside, I've got my Neve Waratah quilt on a Nemo Tensor Extreme. Now you might wonder why I use a winter pad in the summertime. It can get really, really cold sometimes at nighttime. I was using the Big Agnes Repeat SL for a really long time. And that pad, I would freeze on it. That was an R4.2 or 4.5 or something like that. I was just like, screw it. I want to get something that's a little bit heavier. And that Neve Waratah is a -8 Celsius sleeping bag, or sorry, quilt. That thing is one of the best deals you could ever get on a quilt. It is so cheap and it works so well. A little bit heavier. I would love to get the new Waratah Pro when it comes out in September. I might just do that. My Philo Elite pillow, of course. That's what I carry for toilet paper instead of toilet paper. It's got 10 little things in it, more than enough for 3 days. Don't have to deal with rolls, and it's wrapped in plastic. And then I got my kite. I always fly my kite when I'm on the beach. Aqua 55 kicking in the vestibule, so you can sort of see how much room there is in there. And what's amazing is my Nemo Moonlight Elite chair totally fits in there. So at nighttime, I put the chair in, I put my boots in there with it. I have all my cook gear in there. It's awesome. My gaiters were going in there too. So yeah, some of the stuff that I've noticed about the tent. One thing that kind of, oh, don't want my shadow there, let me move. One of the things that that really surprised me is how much the Dyneema sticks to sand if it's a little bit wet. That's not a fault or anything like that. It's just something to consider. Like sil nylon, if it's wet, you get some sand on it, you kind of brush it off. This thing was like a magnet. The sand just stuck to it. I got to camp last night and it was completely covered because it had been raining the night before. I had to roll it up on a sandy beach. And that was the thing. But the sand was off within 5 minutes. It just got a little bit of wind on it. It dried out and everything worked great. So yeah, so that is the X Dome Pro 1 Plus. Seriously, totally worth it. I know everyone's saying like, oh, you know, it's not worth buying unless you're, you know, through hiking and you're doing long miles, or I don't know, you're just into the newest toys. But seriously, this is one of my favorite tents I've ever used. I've used lots and lots of tents over the years. This, it's got the weight thing down. I can set it up on a beach easily. I have no problem with my X-Mid. It's totally fine. This is just like an extra level of easiness, if that means anything. The thing is, like, if you're trying to decide between an X Dome and an X-Mid, if you can set up an X-Mid, this is nothing. And in some ways, you might as well just use the X-Mid because, especially the X-Mid Pro, simply because you have to stake this down anyway. It's kind of a little bit floppy if you just put it on the sand. It needs the 4 corner stakes. So if you're going to be putting 4 corner stakes in and tensioning it and doing all that stuff anyway, you might as well just use an X-Mid. But that said, this is comfy. It's so comfy. It's so nice. There's so much room in it. When I sleep at nighttime, oh yeah, I should say that the pad in there is a long wide, at least Nemo long. So I don't think it's quite as long as Big Agnes pads, but in terms of the Nemo long wide, that pad fits perfectly. There's enough headroom. I think there's still about an inch or two in length on it. It's a little bit awkward up at the head sometimes, but honestly, it works. So no problems with that. No problems with the quilt getting wet at nighttime. No problems with anything. So if you're wondering about getting this tent, do it. It's awesome. Totally held up. The conditions the last couple days weren't the nicest. Today is beautiful, but the last couple days have been kind of crap, and had no problems. So yeah, there's the there's the Durston X Dome Pro 1 Plus. Great tent. Get it.